Okay, second reading for today. I want to look at Steve Bannon. I haven't looked at him in a while. It did look like when I've looked at him in the past that he would eventually get indicted. But it's been a while since I looked at him. And I do feel like Mueller is still circling the camps, everyone around Trump before he goes after the big fish. I do feel like he's still waiting on information from overseas banks. Information on money laundering as well as where offshore accounts are set up, because I do feel like he wants to freeze assets. And let's take a look at Steve Bannon. Now that Roger Stone's indicted, oh God, I can't stand to watch him on TV playing the part of the dandy, and he's known for his sexcapades. Such a pig, all these pigs. All that surrounds Trump. Obviously, I'm not a Trump supporter. For anyone watching that wants to complain about my biases, go watch another channel. I do ground so I don't project my own views into the cards that I'm pulling, but I will express my biases in between. Steve Bannon. Well, it feels like he made some trips and working together with some people over dark money. You know, he and Rebecca Mercer started up Cambridge, well, it was actually Robert Mercer started up Cambridge Analytica together. Steve Bannon. Is there an indictment coming for you in the next few months? Oh, yes, he does have that winning at all costs mentality. Him and his white supremacy views. Wow, 3 cards came out, crossing him. That never happens. I might pull 2, but getting 3 at once. Kind of strange. It looks like, all his work in the world, Cambridge Analytica, involved in over 200 elections around the world, his victories in the world, and working with people overseas, and trying to get to calmer waters because Mr. Mueller is investigating him. Mueller, when he's in planning mode, tends to show up for me as the King of Wands. When he's in action, he tends to show up as King of Swords with his authority. He's a fire sign, so he tends to show up for me as King of Wands. At the root of it is, the Emperor. I'm actually feeling it 2 ways. I'm feeling Robert Mercer as well as Trump. His proposals of money in the past, judgment crowning him. He's being judged. But then we have the happy home or the Republicans card. He's trying to get to higher ground, but he's having to defend himself, as well as the Republicans. Queen of Cups, and then going into retreat. It looks like if Ivanka flips or says anything to Mueller, it looks like she may be the one putting Steve Bannon in defense mode, along with the GOP. Yeah, there's some delays for Steve right now, but he's got anxiety. He knows it's coming, and this feels like his work with Robert Mercer and the oligarchs. Yeah, and then going into isolation. He's a mercenary for the White House. There's going to be some information that's shared with us that we're not aware of yet, and celebrations around that in regards to the government and the courts. Strength card, that's Mueller stepping in also. So looks like there's something we're not quite aware of. I don't see an indictment coming in the next few months for him. So I'm going to say it's probably going to be a little bit later, but he is going to be thrown into isolation and having to defend himself, which tells me there will be indictments. I just feel like because of how many cards I had to pull, yeah, the near future for me is like 4 to 8 weeks out, on average 6 weeks. When I start laying additional cards and clarifiers, like letting the story continue to evolve, it looks like it's going to be further out that he's in defense mode. Just how I do the cards. I'm doing, modified Celtic crosses, which those of you who read understand. I'm doing just the center, but then I lay additional cards because I like to see how the story continues to unfold. I want to look at Mr. Mueller. Will we see additional indictments in February and March? Are there more coming soon? Justice. I'd say there's some sealed ones still in the court that may be coming out. Oh, yeah, do I love these cards in the next couple of months. This is judgment by the grand jury and the female judge over the grand jury. That'd be Beryl Howell. Feels like it's going to be related to someone in the Republican Party. In the past, patience, temperance. This is in the past now. Patience is over. Done with it. Done with having patience. Mueller's ready to go into action. This is in the past now. Crowning the reading. Here he comes, charging in. He's done. He's got most of what he needs. He's moving into action. He is no longer patient. Here we have, feels like the court systems. Mueller and his strength of cases regarding Trump. And Sword of Truth. With Trump, it always comes down to the money, the moneyed woman. I always have to pause when I get this card now because it sometimes shows up for me as Nancy Pelosi because she's the major fundraiser for the Democrats. So a lot of times it shows up as Nancy. But it's also my Rebecca Mercer card. And I really feel like it's Rebecca. Like he's going to start going after Trump. To get to Rebecca and the Mercers, and Trump's basically the emissary for Rebecca. There's going to be celebrations when this Sword of Truth comes out. Oh, here's Nancy. She sometimes shows up for me as the Queen of Wands too, the fair and honest, open woman. Yeah, so I feel like she's, moving forward with her investigations also. And bringing to light the tricksters, all the dirty tricks. So, yeah, I would say something's going to happen, and it's going to be if it's not to Trump himself, it's going to be someone very close to Trump that's narrowing that field. That's what I'm feeling. It's like someone very close to Trump, bringing it in, tightening that noose, so to speak. Let's just ask. I've asked before, but now that we have new people coming in, William Barr and everyone, will Mueller's report come out in March? And what will the impact be? And I literally feel like this is the hanged man. Someone's going to be strung up by their heels. Could be a delay on the report again. I feel like all these delays Mueller has put on the report, they're tactical. He goes out, he indicts someone, they go to court, like, the delays in sentencing and stuff, the judge is actually helping him get more power over these people to flip them and get them to open up and tell more of the truth of what's going on. But I also feel like it's about the money trail, and that he has to wait on some information coming back about the money, where it's at and how to lock it up. Well, agreements that were made and still working on it, still working on all the agreements that were made. Here's the thief in the foundation getting away with it. Here's the Republicans in the past. But in the ethers, what's crowning the reading is the Chariot. So speed, swift action, near future. We have the moneyed woman living the life of luxury, going into retreat. And it feels like Ivanka. Here's Ivanka. And anxiety. And we're being told to be patient about it, though, because there's going to be a lot of smoke screens put up around this. A lot of smoke screens and spinning it different ways. It's that winning at all cost mentality. Yeah. Ivanka's a star player in all this. And, Trump, she's the only one Trump wants to protect. Here's the bonding card, the reciprocating and working together. Working with people overseas. Ivanka's the big player in this. So it looks to me like Mueller's going to put pressure on Trump through putting pressure on Ivanka. Now, whether that's directly charging her or charging Jared or trying to get her to flip with this sharing information, it looks to me like he's going to make her a star player in this. And get her to flip to talk about what went on with all the overseas things. So it looks to me like he's going after Ivanka. That's the second time when I've read on her where it looked like she's going to flip. She's going to either turn on her dad, her brother, whatever. It looks to me like that'll be Mueller's next strategy, is to get the noose tightened around Trump by targeting Ivanka somehow, or getting her to work with him. So that's the reading for today on that. If you like, please click the like button and subscribe to see future videos. And if you would like a personal reading, please email me at jenlyntarot@gmail.com. That's down below in my description box. And you can inquire about readings. I try to build readings, do the readings at times that work for both you as well as myself. So I'm in Central Time Zone, so I ask people to email me, what days of the week are you available? Evenings, mornings, afternoons, weekends, what works best in your schedule, and what time zone are you in? I've done readings for people all over the world, so it doesn't matter where you're at. As long as you have Skype, I can do anywhere in the world by Skype. If you don't have Skype, need to be here in America if I have to do it by phone. Sorry guys, don't want to run that up on my phone bill doing international calls. But anyway, try to let me know like what times work for you, as well as what time zone you're in, so that I can figure out with time differences what works in your schedule and my openings I have. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.